Process maps are a great tool to communicate with team members, with the leadership in the organization, with people who might be involved in helping you improve the process. Process maps also set a baseline. You know, they really paint a picture because they are a picture. They reveal complexity, highlight handoffs, so on and so forth. I mean, I can't really say enough about a process map or process maps because they are a fantastic tool. And really, every project needs at least a high-level process map. And for the projects that I have done and the projects that I mentor, really no exceptions. A process map is a must-have because it's that powerful, that useful. It's one of the simplest tools, and yet it's one of the most powerful tools. So plan on doing a process map, at least a high-level process map for your project. Now, we see that there are various levels of a process map, starting out with sort of a business process, and maybe it's sales order processing for the example here. And that sales order process has a high-level process map, and so maybe it's 3 or 4 or 5 different process steps. The rule of thumb here is a single-digit number of process steps, so less than 10. That's where you want to start, and that is, at a minimum, the level you want to construct for your project. Now, there are good reasons why we stay at a high level. Let the focus of the project and the understanding of the team and the problem dictate the level that's further required. But if you go down and start constructing a process map, maybe at a detail level or a sub-process level, it may be more detail than the project will require. And if and when you get there, you'll get there. But initially, in sort of the define phase, stay at a high level. Let's just get an understanding of what the scope of the process is, what the high-level steps are, and use that as a means to communicate and get started. And then if on any given process step or one or more you need to drill down into the detail, then by all means do that. But let the DMAIC or the DMADV methodology guide you. Don't do that at the beginning of the project. Now, one caution here, or some advice, and that is, don't construct a process map in the isolation of a conference room. You know, get out there. I mean, you can certainly get a first pass at it, but you need to be able to get out there and actually walk the process, ask the people who are involved in the process and the experts, because what you think it is might be one thing, and what it actually is might be something very different. That includes even processes that are well documented, whether they're SOPs or checklists or playbooks or anything like that. It is very likely that the people working in the process have developed their own sort of job aids and tweaks and changes that seem to work for them. And so you need to get out there and understand what that is. So what you think it is might be one thing. What it really is probably very different. And then what it should be, of course, is more of a future state. Now finally, I just wanted to look at a detailed process map. So this detailed process map can be any number of things. You decide as a team what it should be. What is meant to be communicated here is that for each given step, though, we can look at what are the inputs, what are the outputs, what is the process itself, and we can detail relevant data at each process step that might help the team better understand, better communicate, or therefore improve the process itself. So detailed process maps widely vary, and that is very much dependent on the team and the needs of the team. I would say, however, as a guide, at each process step you may consider, though, for the first time and until you get experience, look at the inputs, look at the output, and then look at the actual process itself.